Hey fellas, welcome to another bright, wonderful Monday. For those who have Monday blues, please cheer up. Today is a nice Monday. At least it's usually Black November. So expect some new things, some new deals from all over Kenya. Whether you're in, you want watches, like you want this watch, you want a new phone, you want some nice kitchenware, some nice electronics. Choice is yours. Today's topic, guys, we are focusing on hard truths about computers. And today we are focusing on hard truths about PC performance. There is the software part and there is the hardware part. For the software part, software works based on the environment it has been provided. But the key, the hard truth about PC performance is what is inside your machine. So this is why I tell you it is very, very good to know the kind of computer you want for the occupation you need. And out of that, you get the best of what you buy from. If, for instance, you have bought a Lenovo, maybe Legion 7i or 9. For those, I'm just using an example. If you're a gamer or you are somebody who uses a lot of graphic process output or graphical output or video output or whatever the output that needs intense graphic processing, you may go for the 7i or the 9i. So for those people, they intend to get the best out of frames or frames per second, FPS, or the kind of rendering that comes out of high-end GPU. Let's say for those people, they'll be targeting between 8 GB VRAM to 12 GB or more of VRAM within that laptop. Or for desktop users, this is the reason as to why those people, they will always select the latest product which is in the market of either a certain kind of the RAM that is available, especially the CPU and the GPU within that machine. What do I mean by all of that? I'm targeting you guy, you who is watching me. The hard truth is you can have latest Windows 11, you can have Adobe's apps installed, you can have even every optimization from YouTube. But the hard truth, you guy or you lady, gentleman, or whoever is listening, the hard truth is performance relies on the hardware within the device you have. It doesn't matter if you optimize it with software coming from planet Jupiter. The real hard work comes in from the muscle of your machine. And what are these muscles? Your RAM, your CPU, your GPU, and any component that runs the software, but especially those three, no, four: the RAM, the CPU, the GPU, and the storage. Those determine on how your machine runs. Software, whether you look for any kind of software to optimize your system, software is always dictated by the hardware terms that are within your machine. So if you have a low RAM, or maybe let's say your RAM is just bare minimum, like 4 GB, expect performance in relation to that RAM. If you're still using a hard drive, there are those of you who are still using hard drive 2025 for your Windows operating system and softwares, expect the speed of your hardware or your softwares to be determined by that hard drive you have. If you don't have a GPU, and you're using your computer for intense work like high Photoshop edits, especially image edits or Lightroom, or you want to play a game and you don't have a dedicated GPU, expect the performance of that software to be as exact as how your manufacturer intended for that CPU or iGPU or integrated graphics processing unit, which is integrated into the CPU to run that software. That's the truth. There's no science that can just throw away the reality about hardware or hardware performance of your PC. Somebody in the past had asked me, how do I make my PC faster without having to upgrade my RAM, SSD? But I told them this way: if you are that person who thinks that software will always overrule the performance of hardware, then you're in for disappointment, because what manufacturer intended for that PC cannot be overwritten by a piece of software. A piece of software cannot overwrite the speed of your SSD, your storage, if it's SSD or HDD or RAM with software. It can't. If you bought 4 GB of RAM and 500 GB of hard disk drive and just a bare minimum CPU of maybe 2.0 gigahertz frequency, just expect it to be within that frame of performance. This is why I tell people, and I'll repeat again, you get for what you purchase. Whether you've bought it at Amazon, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter with the seller. You, as a buyer, you're supposed to know what you're buying from. You can't expect a farmer to go and till the land with just a spoon, a tablespoon. It doesn't happen. So you have to buy appropriate. You can only buy what you intend it for. If you are a light user, buy for a light user. If you are an average user, buy for an average user. If you are a content creator, buy for a content creator. If you are a coder, buy for a coder. If you are a gamer, buy a PC that is suitable for gaming. Never mix those. If you buy too much, that's you. You will waste your money. If you buy too little, you will waste your own money by buying cheap if you bought that premium, but it gives you the best performance. That's the truth, guys. In conclusion, guys, I'll say this. Think of RAM. Let me tell you the basic principles. So your RAM is a multitasking power. So if you have 4 GB, your laptop wakes up every morning tired already. 8 GB is minimum. 16 GB if you do editing, design and programming or heavy. SSD versus HDD. SSD is the solid state drive, while hard disk is HDD, like the way acronym says. So the truth about it is HDD is like a donkey cart, while SSD is a motorbike. So one is a donkey cart and the other one is a motorbike. Both have their own unique criteria and the pricing. So choose wisely. So same journey, different speeds. If your PC still has a HDD, please replace it. Your life will change. Then CPU, think of it as a laptop brain. If it's old or low tire, it limits everything. You can't ask maybe a 2012 Celeron CPU to do a 2025 work. It will try, but it will overthink and it will breathe hard. In fact, you'll hear that noise even in the fan as it tries to process. It is only capable within that generation. And then the graphics processing unit, or the GPU, if you edit videos, design or game or render, this matters. If not, if you can't buy one which has dedicated, integrated is okay, but I understand the reason as to why there is the integrated and the GPU. Just research online. Just find about integrated or iGPU and DGPU. DGPU denotes for dedicated graphics processing unit. iGPU is the integrated. One is within the CPU and the other one is independent or interdependent, I think. Yeah, find out, guys. Finally, make your laptop choice, make your desktop choice wisely so that you can get the best of your productivity. So thank you and see you, guys.